morning, sweetie. Oh, it is an early one this morning. What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to today's video. Welcome to Road to Ripped episode number 5. Today is April 13th, so it's been a nice while since my last video, and it's going to be a good little check-in video with a couple helpful tips and some new recipes for you. So definitely stay tuned for the whole thing. Press thumbs up button now. It's going to be a great one. And yeah, it's barely 5 a.m. and we're gonna go to the gym this morning. All right, and for our pre-workout this morning, I'm doing 1 scoop of the bulk black with 1 scoop of the build. I'll be honest, I don't really know what these ingredients are, but I do enjoy my workouts whenever I take this. So 1 scoop in, and we're gym ready. All right, well, we made it currently getting some steps in this morning. I'm gonna do about 10 minutes on here, work into a little bit of stretching, and then we're gonna do a chest day today. I'm gonna get mic'd up, take you through the full workout so you know exactly what I'm doing, kind of how I'm progressing. So let's get into a little early morning chest sesh. All right, hopefully I sound pretty good now. But some feedback I got from my shoulder, I got an MRI. I have some partial rotator cuff tears, and because of that, I'm no longer doing straight bench press, only dumbbell bench press. Oh, all right, 75 is a little light. I'm probably gonna have to go up at least to 85. That is the one thing I hate about dumbbells, is just getting it up. It's the hardest part. All right, that was 4 sets of 85 by 8. Pretty solid first start for like just getting back into a dumbbell bench. All right, done with the bench press onto a chest press machine. This one specifically I really enjoy because as you come through the motion, your arms come closer together, which therefore contracts your pecs more. So starting all the way back here, and as I come through the rep, the squeeze gets much, much more intense. Really, really good exercise. So taking it to 10 reps, or that was 9 1/4 right there, but decently heavy, really trying to like progressively overload here, put some weight on, an all around solid chest movement. Also, now that we have a little bit of a pump coming through, time to take the TLF pump cover off and reveal the TLF stringer underneath. By the way, these blue shorts and this pump cover are part of their new Gym Street collection, which just came out like a couple weeks ago. Definitely check it out. Really good stuff, and I have a discount code for you down below. But back to this. All right, nearing the end of our chest exercises, but up next we're gonna do a chest fly. This is really, really far out there, but come in. And the biggest point I can give on a cue when doing chest flies is don't worry about your wrists, don't worry about your hands. All you need to worry about is your elbows. Bringing your elbows together as much as possible is going to contract your chest as much as possible. And we're gonna superset that with this tricep machine. It looks pretty stupid on camera, I'm not gonna lie, but it's actually one of my favorites for progressively overloading your triceps as long as you keep the movement strict. At first I thought these were for forearms, but it's actually a tricep movement, and it's honestly pretty good. As long as you keep your elbows pressed against this pad here. I think one of my favorite things about this is it puts a lot of tension on your tricep at the beginning of the rep and at the end of the rep. So you're getting really full movement here. So it makes for a good kind of, I don't want to say compound movement for the triceps, but kind of what I mean. Same thing here, 10 reps or to failure. All right, I promise we're almost done with chest. Last exercise is going to be a cable exercise, but I normally do this with a dumbbell. Either way, it works great. It's just really a crossover. So from here just to here puts a ton of contraction on the chest. Don't need a lot of weight at all either. I think I'm using like 10 pounds. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Once again, we're gonna superset it with a tricep movement. This is gonna be your standard tricep cable push down. So here, still focusing on getting a good squeeze at the bottom of the rep, kind of pressing through and then squeezing, holding for a second, coming through. 12 reps of this, and then we can go ahead, turn around. Grab it this way, we're gonna go over the head. Tricep presses, so we're here, over top. This should feel slightly easier, so you should be able to get the same amount of reps doing the press down as the overhead. And 3 sets of this will conclude our chest and tricep workout. All right, all around, I'd say that was a pretty solid workout, and also a pretty solid physique update. Definitely waking up leaner, but surprisingly, when I get to my weight in just a second, it is a little different than what I would expect. But as far as like definition, vascularity, things like that, I feel like feeling very good. So to quickly go over the weight, this morning we weighed in at 214.7. So up 3 pounds from just a couple days ago. I haven't changed my calories, haven't changed my cardio. I must just be either retaining a little extra water or maybe growing a little bit. Kind of what it looks like, hopefully. Because of the way that I feel like I look in the morning or just throughout the day or during a workout, I'm not gonna be changing my calories and macros as well as cardio like I thought I was going to. I just don't really see the need. If I feel like I'm looking leaner in the mirror, that's all I really care about right now. I'm not gonna care too much about the weight itself. Also, speaking about the weight, one of the main questions I've been getting in all of my videos recently has been, what scale am I using? Not sponsored at all, but I will leave a link down below to it. Really enjoy it. It's a Weight Guru's, I think, Wi-Fi scale, so you don't have to bring your phone with you to the bathroom. It just automatically syncs over Wi-Fi. Super nice. All right, also when I'm looking at my calories and macros throughout the week, as you can see, the average is coming up to right around 2,500 calories, which is exactly where I want to be. And I've been averaging 225 grams of protein a day, which is right where I want to be as well. So I feel like that is very solid. And that's another reason why I don't really feel like dropping my calories, changing my macros, or changing my cardio right now. I think it's just a little too early in the prep to be making a lot of changes. I want to see how my body reacts to, 1, the stuff I'm on, and 2, the things I'm doing. Let me know your thoughts on the mic that workup compared to a voiceover or an edit. Not too bad, honestly, in my opinion. I hope the audio sounded good. And speaking of the cardio, still got to do that right now. 15 minutes Stairmaster at like level 10, really not too bad. Throw on a YouTube video. It's over in 15 minutes.
A few moments later.
Oh, it's so gross out. Workout done. All right, back home, quick change, running super late as always, but I am gonna have 1 scoop of protein this morning, not 2, because I have some stuff planned for later on in the video that's gonna be pretty high protein. Scoop 1, and cheers. All right, I gotta get to work. See y'all in a bit. All right, many hours has passed. I've been at the battle station here, having some meetings, things like that. I did crack open a C4 energy drink. It's a little after noon, and I thought, let's bring back an old segment. I think I'm gonna regret this, but we're bringing back protein bars with Ben. It's been a while, and actually have 2 new things to try out. I've gotten non-stop requests to talk about these 2 items, though this one specific brand, the Legendary Foods or Legendary Pastries protein bars. So we have 2. Ben, you want to try them out?
They look good from here.
All right, so we have the cake style, and I'll be honest, I've tried this one before. I have my opinion on it, but I'm curious to see what you think of it. Yeah, so his favorite protein bar is the True Bar from Costco. It's pretty good, but this one has 170 calories with 20 grams of protein, which is actually pretty solid. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
There we go. Here's how we're looking. It kind of looks like a fluffy Pop-Tart in a sense. All right, we'll break it in half. All right, try it out. I'm curious to know what you think.
I can smell the protein.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Probably even better, a little warm even.
Microwaved, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have it toasted a little bit.
Not bad. One of the best I've had, probably.
I must be the only person on earth that doesn't like these things. I don't like them at all. It smells like kind of chemicals. The taste is just not very good. It's a lot of artificial like sweetener taste to me. The consistency I don't love either. But obviously it's just me because the comments have been, everyone's like, you gotta try this bar, you gotta try this bar. I've had them before. I still don't like them.
Yeah, I mean, most protein bars are dry. A lot of them are hard as a freaking rock. They don't taste good.
I will say it's a different.
It's different.
It's different. It's definitely a different consistency vibe than what you normally get. Up next, so this is, I think, one of their new products. This is their protein swirl roll. It's a little more calories, 220 calories, but for 20 grams of protein still. Never had this one before. They have like a cinnamon roll flavor one too. It's probably pretty good. Well, if this one is good.
Look, turn it around then.
I don't know if I'd say this looks good.
No.
I feel like with all of their stuff, it probably is better heated up, but I shouldn't have to heat up a protein bar for it to taste good. That does smell different though.
It smells kind of off-putting a little bit. Just a little bit.
I actually like this one. The chocolate flavor is a little off, but if it was cinnamon flavor, like a cinnamon roll, I think it'd be really, really good. See, as of now, it's more of just like a thick, cakey consistency.
Cinnabon is not.
Yeah, it's definitely not a Cinnabon, but the flavor of like the dough is better in this, and I think the consistency or the
It's going on me a little bit.
it's pretty good.
2 bars still king, man.
Actually, really.
So you like that better than this?
Oh, I like it at least twice as good.
Really?
I would probably never buy one of these ever again, but I would probably buy this again.
Well, there's a lot that I would never ever buy again. But those two, I would.
Well, that concludes Protein Bars with Ben. Any last words?
Good seeing y'all again. Hope it's not so long next time.
You guys let me know if you think he should be back on the channel. I'll leave it up to them. I'm gonna put up the calories and macros for the full day so far, but back to work before lunchtime. And for lunch, we're gonna be having probably something that I'm gonna be having quite a bit of on Road to Ripped, and that is a meal from Clean Eats. So this is their salsa verde chicken. Right off the bat, the volume actually looks pretty solid for the meal. 480 calories roughly with 44 grams of protein. Very, very good. Let's see how it tastes though. Not overly seasoned. Everything is cooked really well. And it seems like everything, for a lack of better terms, is pretty clean. So all around, I'd say this is a win for lunch today. And when it comes to calories and macros for the day, 800 calories total for the day is really solid. And with that, nearly 100 grams of protein already. Turning out to be a pretty high protein full day eating, if you ask me. Hey girl, you waiting for me? Yeah. Like, could you imagine being home all day for like 9-10 hours at a time and not be able to go outside? That's what she does every day. Such a good girl for not potting in the house. You ready to go outside? Go pee. Long day of work, but one of the benefits of working out and why I enjoy working out in the mornings is because sometimes when you get home, you don't have anything to do, so you actually get to relax for a little bit. So I'm gonna relax with a snack, this lesser evil popcorn. I talked about it plenty of times now before, but love the stuff still, have it like every other day at least. Also, I had a snack after my lunch today. It was just one of the small rice cakes, really tasty, like a sweet treat, kind of get me through the last couple hours of work. Taking the next hour or two just to myself, chilling, relaxing, winding down, cuddling with Natty, watching some TV maybe, and getting ready to make dinner tonight.
3 hours later.
All right, I just fell asleep for like 20 minutes, but how can you not when you have this little cuddle buddy right here? Let's make some dinner. All right, so if you watched my Chipotle meal prep video, I said something in that video that got a little bit of backlash, and the fact that I couldn't make rice as good as Chipotle makes rice, I still think may be true, but we're gonna try to make Chipotle style cilantro lime rice tonight. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna do 2 cups of jasmine rice. And because I wanna make this super extra delicious, I guess I'll spend the extra couple minutes to strain it. And for our water to rice ratio, I'm gonna do right about 2 to like 2.5 cups of water. And that should make for a better, less mushy rice in the long run. Now for our additives, they said to use a little bit of oil. So I don't have any oil, but I'm gonna use some, can't believe it's not Butter Light. Should have the same effect. I'm gonna use about 2.5 tablespoons of that. Up next, some salt. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt in there. And to finish it off, a little bit of lime juice. I'm just gonna do a squirt. And lastly, some cilantro. I'm not sure whether I need to put this in before or after I cook it. So I'm gonna put some in before and then maybe some in after as well. So here's how it's looking before. I'm gonna press the white rice and we'll see how it looks after. All right, and about 20 minutes later, here's how we're looking. And for the protein source, we're gonna be making some mahi tonight. Going to keep it super simple, gonna add some of this lemon pepper seasoning. This lemon pepper is by far my favorite. So a little on each. In the air fryer it goes. And I'm just gonna use my seafood setting, 375 for 8 minutes. And that's how we're looking all done up. So I've decided to make a salad bowl style meal tonight. So I have a humongous salad bowl. I'm gonna put about a half a bag of this Italian, I don't know, just like bag salad mix in there. Next, we have our cilantro, lime, chipotle rice. I'm gonna put a nice layer of that into there. Next are mahi fillets, and I think I'm gonna do both of them just because they're not too big. Next, an essential, some mozzarella cheese, fat-free of course, AKA this is literally shredded protein. Now for the dressing, I'm gonna use some of this Bolthouse Classic Ranch. I did exactly 1 serving of that, might need to add more later, but I'm also going to add some of this Nando's Peri Peri sauce to add a little bit of spice and a little more flavor into it. And all said and done, you can't really tell, but this is our salad for tonight. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo-wee. All right, moment of truth. How does my rice compare to Chipotle's? And how absolutely insanely voluminous and tasty is this salad gonna be? Actually, first things first, I wanna try the rice by itself. It kind of looks and smells like Chipotle rice with the like little pieces of cilantro in there and whatnot, but does it taste as good? No, it's not as good. It's definitely not as good as Chipotle, but it is pretty close. It's a very, very good dupe. And honestly, I've been getting a lot of Chipotle rice that's been super hard and crunchy, like undercooked, and this is not. Pretty happy with that. Maybe I can make rice as good as Chipotle, or at least almost. Let's try out this salad now though. Now this is a bite anybody would love to shove down their throat. Wow, that is insane actually. The flavors go so well together. Oh my gosh. The lemon pepper seasoning on there mixed in with that Nando's hot sauce, it's actually quite orgasmic. And I didn't even use any more than just 1 serving of the ranch. And I think it actually made a pretty nice like sauce. Super happy with how this turned out. And by the way, we are eating voluminous today, and this is quite literally a bowl bigger than my head. All right, so we know it's delicious, right? Well, how does it play into our calories and macros for the day? Well, it plays in just perfectly. We're sitting at 650 calories roughly for the entire meal. Very voluminous, very filling meal, which sets our calories right about at 1900. And with that, 164 grams of protein. So well on our way to hitting the 200 gram goal for today. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier in the video. One of the reasons why I'm filming today is because this weekend in 2 days is the first time I'm going to give myself a off day, a true off day. I don't want to call it a cheat day, but it's gonna be Perry's birthday and we're traveling slightly up north to Savannah, Georgia to celebrate her birthday. We're only there for 1 day, but we're definitely gonna be doing a lot of eating, drinking, exploring, hanging out, having fun, and just enjoying life for 1 day to celebrate Perry's 24th. So yes, she is actually over 16 years old. I've read the comments. So it's gonna be a really good judge to 1, see how I look before and after on a Road Ripped episode, and 2, the episode after this, I'm gonna be kind of explaining how I went about going for that 1 day travel and how it all worked out. So definitely stay tuned for that episode next. But for right now, I'm gonna finish this meal and then it's time for a special little dessert. All right, spin number 1. Here's how we're looking. Very like powdery consistency. Now I'm gonna try adding a little bit of Oikos 000 to help with the consistency and the flavor a little bit. All right, and while that's spinning up, let me explain to you how I actually made this one tonight because it's a little different than the other recipes I've shown. So we did this very simply. I didn't use any protein powder, but I did use one of these Core Power Elites by Fairlife. They're super good normally, so I feel like they'll make a pretty good ice cream. This is the vanilla flavor. It's 230 calories and has 42 grams of protein in it. And then I just mixed in some vanilla, sugar-free, fat-free pudding mixture, and hopefully that's gonna give it a little bit of a thicker, more rich flavor and consistency. So that's literally it, 2 ingredients. All right, and spin number 2. Whew. That is what I call quite creamy. All right, and mix-ins for tonight, can't go wrong with the Oreo thins. So I'm gonna pre-crush some up and just put them into the center. And we'll go ahead and spin it one more time on the mix-in. And just like that, the best cookies and cream ice cream you'll ever have. I mean, come on, does not get any better than that. I don't even have to try to tell you it's gonna be amazing, but I've been experimenting a lot with mix-ins and stuff like that. Very hard to beat Oreos and vanilla ice cream. And such a simple base too, right? Just the pudding and the protein. Now, do I think it would have been a little better if I would have used milk and protein powder? Honestly, probably yeah. That's the way I'd prefer to do it. Just because I think it has a little more vanilla flavor when you do it that way. But if you like buying the Fairlife Core Power, whatever anyways, definitely worth making a creamy out of it. Also, adding that little bit of yogurt, definitely added one to the flavor, which I feel like it did need a little more vanilla flavor, even with the pudding. But the yogurt also added a little more of a liquidy consistency without going to straight milk. So I wasn't kidding in my Ninja Creami video when I said I'm gonna be eating this a lot. I think I've had a Ninja Creami probably 4 out of the last 5 or 6 nights, just trying new things and having fun with it and loving high protein ice cream. I haven't really made anything bad in this thing yet, so that's a plus. And briefly looking at the macros of it, right around 500 calories. It says 6 Oreos, and that's because I ate 2 of them while I was waiting for this and I didn't want to not track it. So that's why that's so high. But 522 calories for the dessert, the full pint of ice cream, really good there. Brings our total up to 2,400 calories, so we're still below that 2,500 calorie mark. And we pop into the macros, we're sitting pretty with protein at 218 grams, and the fats and carbs are nicely balanced in there as well. Once again, a pretty standard, typical day for me, working life, but I always enjoy filming, trying new things, and having a variety of stuff in my daily eating habits. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Road to Rip episode. I hope it provided at least some cardio content for you. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode because it's gonna be going over my little mini vacay. But for this one, I'm gonna finish off my pint and head to bed so I can do the whole thing over again tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, see you in the next one.